Hello internet, my name is Mariah and I'm wearing a scrunchie on my wrist, but I really never use it. So here we are. So this is kind of a check-in video. I vlogged, I guess. I documented, I vlogged. This week was, well, I guess it hasn't even been a full week yet. It was basically like a weekend, right? Because like Thursday, I guess I started. I'm gonna be honest with you guys, like today I feel fantastic. I'm having a really good day. I did wake up late. Oops. Which I think is a hard thing for me, but I'm not waking up at 2 o'clock in the afternoon anymore. So even if I do wake up late, I'm not waking up as late as I was, and I'm getting right out of bed, and I'm making my bed, and I'm starting my day. So I'm not like being super strict with myself. So that's a good thing. That's a big thing for me. Okay, well, that camera card got full. Anyway, I edited it. I worked on the video and then I put it up. Okay, and then I got changed and I started getting ready for bed, and I vlogged a little bit to show you what I do right before bed. So here's that. I just wanted to, so I talked about the fact that I work as a bartender. So irregular sleep patterns are kind of a thing that I have to deal with. I do take melatonin. You can get it at literally every drugstore ever. And it's really good because it helps me sleep, but it doesn't help. I don't oversleep and I wake up feeling pretty well rested. So I usually have some melatonin, and then I'll have like a tea because I want a coffee, but I can't have one because it's too late at night. And then I have some water, and then I relax, and then I get ready for bed. But I just wanted to share that little tidbit before I forgot. So I'm gonna take one of these. These are 10 milligrams, which is what like your max dose. You can get them like dissolvable tablets, like 3 milligrams each, for like jet lag and stuff. But like I've been having a hard time sleeping, so that's what I take. So that's what I'm gonna do right now. And then I went to bed, obviously, and I woke up the next morning, I did my thing, and then here's the clip from that. Good morning, everybody. So I've gotten through everything except for my breakfast. I did want to, I wanted to thank everybody who reached out to me. I gotta stop looking at myself. I wanted to thank everybody who reached out to me after my first video went up, because I really thought it was gonna get like 4 views, and it's gotten more than 4, so that's really cool. But I did want to say that like I really appreciate all of the support that I'm getting. I don't know how to say it without sounding like there's nothing wrong with like, you know, talking about mental health. But I'm really just doing this so that I can like get the most out of my life. Do you know what I mean? Like I'm not doing this because like I don't suffer from depression. Like I've been depressed lately because I'm going, you know, it happens. It happens to everybody, and I think that it has to be like a more normalized thing. Like it happens, and you know, if there's something that I can do about it to make it better, then I'm gonna do that. You know, I'm okay, like I'm totally fine. For those people who know me, they know I'm like a relatively strong person, so I guess me doing this is like kind of putting myself in like a vulnerable position, and that's okay. That's totally fine. I do appreciate the people who have like been reaching out, because I've gotten to talk to some people that I haven't talked to in a really long time, which is really kind of fun. But like we're doing this as an experiment, and like I want, you know, other people to look at this and be like, yeah, like I can do that. So with that being said, my morning this morning was really good. I haven't had any coffee yet, and I've been up for like an hour, which is wild for me. And this is the other thing that I wanted to talk about. So we have this set of rules, this list of things that we're supposed to do. I woke up this morning and I didn't want to get up because it was 7:30 in the morning. And like I got up and I turned off my alarm, and I got on my yoga mat and I literally like stretched my neck out and I leaned down to touch my toes. And then I sat on my mat and I touched my toes and like stretched on my back. Like it was like maybe 3 minutes. And when I meditated too, it was like meditated. Like I just focused on my breathing for a few minutes. Do you know what I mean? Please don't touch my camera, cat. It's baby steps. Like it says that in like the title. It says that in the title of my last video. It's baby steps. Like we're not, you know, we're not trying to run a marathon today. Maybe 6 months from now we'll be looking at, you know, running a marathon. But we're just doing the little stuff, and we're doing the stuff we don't want to do, even if you do just a little bit of it, because, you know, you'll notice that you feel better and then you'll want to do it more. I drank a glass of warm lemon water this morning and it was awful, but I did it. And I'll keep doing it to see if it does anything, but like, I mean, it was just kind of gross more than anything. This is my creative thing for today. I didn't really feel like writing today because like, I want to spend some time actually writing some stuff that I've been wanting to work on for a while later today. So that's more of like a work thing as opposed to like a me-centric thing. That's the other thing actually. In the comments, I would like to hear from my fellow creatives. So like directors, photographers, maybe fellow models, actors, singers. I'm finding that it's hard to think about something creative to do in the morning, like for your like creative time. I'm finding that I'm having a hard time finding something that's not work focused. And I feel like it shouldn't be work focused. I feel like it should be something that's very much just for you. So if you guys have any like suggestions, maybe I'll just like break out one of my old like adult coloring books and like color a picture or something. But what do you guys think about that? Do you think that it should be like work related because then it's like something productive, or do you think that it should be something that's specifically just for you? That's my question. I'm gonna go finish my yogurt and deal with all of these animals, and I will see you guys after. Yeah, and just to touch a little bit more on that, you know, I think what I hope that people get from this, you know, if people are watching this and like following along and doing it, for me, it's more of a, you know, I was in a really, really dark place and a lot of people were telling me like, go get some help, go talk to somebody. And I hate that. You know, some people like talk therapy is amazing. Some people need medications. I'm really not that kind of person. I have a few good people in my life that I can talk to where I can kind of bounce things off of. But when it comes to personal growth and development, that has to come from me. I've just always been that kind of person, which is why I'm doing this, because it's important for me to try my best to exhaust all of the other options that I can do for myself personally before I, you know, seek help elsewhere. And that's just my personality. Like, no shame. It's not I'm not shaming anybody. I'm not saying that, you know, talk therapy is not a good thing, or, you know, if you need medications are a good thing. But I'm a very stubborn and a very independent person, and so that's why I'm doing all of this stuff first. And, well, it's just here. Go see how I was doing. Good morning, guys. Please excuse my hair. I just showered. So today is day 2. I just got through like my list of things and I showered, and now I'm getting ready for work. So I guess this is gonna be like a weird, let me sit here, I guess. Yeah, so this is gonna be like a random get ready with me, I guess, because I have to get ready, but I wanted to chat for a little bit. I got up this morning, I went through my list of all of the things. I drank my nasty ass water, which is a struggle. It's actually the real like struggle of the morning. It's not getting up like I thought it would be, it's drinking that water. But I feel great. like, I feel really good. And I didn't think I was gonna feel amazing. Like, I knew it was gonna make me feel better, you know what I mean? Because it's like basically just getting into a routine and like keeping yourself like accountable, but like I feel like really good. Like, in the first video I said that I make my money dollars as a bartender, and today I'm going to be working a shift that's probably going to be 13 hours, which means I'll be getting home between like 2 and 3 o'clock in the morning, maybe after that. So instead of waking up at 7:30 on Sunday, I'm going to set it so that I get 8 hours. Because waking up at 7 will give me 4 hours of sleep, and I don't particularly want to have to take a nap in the afternoon before I go to work. I don't want to get a lack of sleep for the sake of waking up at the exact same time every day, so I think I'm gonna do that. But like, really guys, I feel good. If you guys are doing this with me, let me know how it's going. Like, if you want to like comment on the video, but if you don't, like, I'm pretty sure the people who watch this all know me. This is not like a huge amount of people. And I have a full week coming up this week, so I'm curious to see if I can keep the routine going, but so far it's been really good, and I'm very happy with how I'm feeling. Eating breakfast is still pretty hard in the morning, but like, there's something about like doing the lemon water, because I think it's honestly because I hate it so much, that like once I push past doing that, I feel like I can do anything, which is kind of a great feeling. You know what I mean? Like, I was always that kid who cried and like had a panic attack about taking medicine, and like, I don't cry and have a panic attack, but my face shows you how unhappy I am. Let's cut to that. But yeah, it's like a good lesson in perseverance, you know? And like, I think that's like a big lesson too, is that some of this stuff might not be fun to do. Some of the stuff you might not want to do, especially like getting up early in the morning. Yeah, you might not want to do it, and it might suck, but like, you feel better after. It's like when you start going back to the gym, which I'll be doing on Monday. It really sucks to like get up and go, but you all know how good you feel after you work out. Don't lie to me. You feel amazing. Oh, I'm gonna include, there's this TED Talks in the description I was thinking about last night. If I can find that, I'm gonna put it in the description for you guys to watch, because it's really good. And it's about just like starting things. And it's this female speaker. And because I've gotten so much better at editing, I'll try to put her name at the bottom because she deserves all the props. But she talks about like when it's time to start something new, just starting. And she says she has this challenge that she does where she challenges you to set your alarm a half hour earlier than you would normally wake up, which is, you know, what we've been and I've been waking up way earlier than half an hour usually. But she talks about setting your alarm earlier and not pressing snooze. Like, I gotta stop talking and like also looking at myself in the viewfinder. And like not pressing snooze when your alarm goes off, like just getting up and going. And it's like, I feel like she equates it, she either does equate it or I equated it to like jumping in cold water. Like, you just gotta go for it, you know? That's probably not making any sense, but like, go watch it. She's eloquent, she's intelligent. It's a very, good TED Talks. Good TED Talks. There's lots of good TED Talks out there. If you can find any good TED Talks that you think I should watch, let me know. I've probably already seen it, but I will, I'll watch it. Okay. I'm also starting to think about things that I want to do after this, like, reset thing. I'm talking about putting stuff into a hat, like things that I wanted to do. So for example, I've always wanted to do archery lessons, and I've been looking at that for a while, so I think that's what I'm gonna do. I'm thinking about doing a yoga challenge. I know that everybody does a yoga challenge, but I think it would be fun. And it also like gets me out and like maybe meeting new people or connecting with like old people, and like maybe I'll introduce you to some of those people. There's also some things that I've wanted to do that are just for, let's say, the good of the planet. So one thing that I was looking at doing, and if you wanted to see a video about this, like, let me know. I think it would be kind of a cool video. I want to go through the steps of registering to be a bone marrow donor. Because it's something that I've looked into a few times, and it's something that I've always kind of been curious about and always kind of wanted to do. Sorry, hold on. So I wanted to do that, and if you guys wanted to see like a video about that, I think it would be kind of cool. So I went to work, and work was crazy. And then after work was crazy. So I got home from work at like 4:15 or something crazy like that. If I want to throw some of that video in, I don't know. It doesn't make a whole lot of sense, and it doesn't make sense for like where we are, but it's a kind of an important thing and like a self-realization that I had. Hi guys, it's Editing Mariah. So I took that part of the clip out because if you saw my Instagram or you saw my Snapchat, I asked you guys if you wanted me to split the video up into 2 different videos, and it's probably going to be a lot more than 2. So I didn't include that clip, but I probably will give that little self-realization moment its own video because I think it's really important, but that's not for today. So go look at me with good lighting. And then I went to bed. I went to bed and I severely overslept. And then I like went out for dinner, and here's that clip. Yeah, that works. I'm sorry, the lighting's not fantastic. I'm gonna flip this so I stop staring at myself. Great. Yeah, I just got home from a really nice dinner with an old friend, and it was super, super lovely. But this morning, I woke up super late, like 10:30. I didn't do my morning routine. I made my bed and I drank my nasty ass lemon water, which is great, but I didn't really do anything else. And well, I mean, nobody's perfect, right? I think, I worked all weekend and I was exhausted. So I think my body needed to sleep, and I let it sleep. Like when I went out for dinner, we talked a lot about, I mentioned that I didn't do any of my morning routine, but I still drank my gross lemon water and I still made my bed. And I think for me, I really lack self-discipline. And I think as a creative or artistic person, when you lack self-discipline, it can be kind of detrimental. Because your brain's really not wired like that. Your brain's wired to, run 1,000,000 miles a minute and jump from one thing to another, to another, to another. And at least for me, like the way my brain works, organization and self-discipline are really difficult things. And so when I get into a funk or a depression or when I get sad, I need that self-discipline to kind of bring me back to my roots and focus. And I've noticed that it really has been helping. And I think, sometimes if I don't wake up at 7:30 or I don't, get a chance to stretch because, I'm tired, like it's fine, but I need at least a couple of those things to like really root me. And the lemon water thing is just like, now I'm just seeing how long I can do it for because, it still tasted gross this morning, but it kind of tasted a little bit less gross. So I'm gonna relax for the rest of the night, and then I'm gonna get up tomorrow and I'm going to film my little pieces of video because this video is going up tomorrow. But I'm still like feeling good, and the things that are making me sad, I think it's gonna take, it's gonna take time for me to feel better. Like, I'm not saying that I'm all of a sudden a new super happy person, and I'm like, and that's not really the point. I think the point is more to, you know, get the most out of my life and what I'm doing, and to not, you know, feel as bad as I was. And so far that's working. Guys, I'm sorry for looking so busted in these like past videos. But like, I don't wear makeup that often, and if I'm gonna pick up the camera and like tell you about my day, especially when I'm having a busy day, I'm not gonna take the 20, 30, 40 minutes it takes to do my makeup. I'm just not. I did it now. I have good lighting, I have good makeup on, okay? So that was my week. My week, this is my like check-in. So I'm feeling really good, like I said. I'm really enjoying myself. I'm having fun, like I'm working out again, and it feels really good, and I'm really happy about it. But we need to talk about what's coming next. So in my next like videos, yeah, I like I said in some of those clips, I want to do things that I've either never done before or I used to do and I want to get back into. So I'm gonna put a bunch of stuff in a hat. There's gonna be like a yoga challenge, there's gonna be archery for sure, probably pole dancing is gonna be in there, maybe like a salsa class or something like that. But if there's anything that you guys would like to see me do, please leave it in the comments so that there's a whole bunch of things in there, and like maybe it's something that I've never even thought of that I would want to do. So I'm gonna go edit this video and then throw it up on the interwebs. But I, again, just really wanted to thank everybody who, you know, from decades ago or from a few years ago, or, you know, all of the people who have reached out to me since I started this. You're amazing, and I really appreciate it, and thank you for, you know, checking in or like catching up, and it's been really lovely. I'm very grateful, and I feel very lucky that I have, you know, I've got a solid group of people in my life, and I think that I'm really, really lucky in that aspect, and it's just it's a cool feeling. So again, you know, my Instagram's gonna be below, the link to that YouTube video, that TED Talks that I talked about is gonna be below. Yeah, if you haven't watched the first video, go watch the first video and let me know what you want to see from me next, because I've got a lot of ideas, but if there's something that you would like to see that I think is cool, then maybe we'll do that instead. So thank you for watching, and I will be back.